Hi, so this is a small video about how to change the transmission or gearbox oil on your Kia Ceed. 2006 to 2012 should be all the same. Mine happens to be a diesel CRDi 1.6, but I think the gearbox is actually the same. Transmission oil change should be the same for manual. This is for manual shift. So I will start by showing you where things are. When you look at the service manual, it's not entirely trivial to understand what everything is. The pictures are a bit obscured. So all I've done here is taken the wheel off, of course, and climbed in under the car. You will find the gearbox under here. And what we see here, the big one in the middle here, that is the drain plug. So that's where you drain the old oil, which we will remove in a little while. And then you need... So here is the drain plug on the bottom of the gearbox, and then you climb along the side and you will find another one the same size up here. So you can tell which one it is because it's sticking out in front of these two other ones. But of course we want to reach it from above when we refill. So I will show you in a minute how to get it from above. But to understand you are on the right one when you're looking from above, I will put the battery cap on it to mark it. And again, down here is the drain one. So, looking from above, first sight you won't be able to see anything. So what you do is to disconnect. I prepared here a little bit. Just remove the battery by the normal 10mm ones. Just remove the battery. Underneath you will find a battery tray. I've loosened the screws here already. There are 3 ones. These are size 12. And there's also a small one over here, which is size 10. And then you can remove this connection here. You can remove the entire battery tray. And then you will quite clearly see our red little cap that we put there. So what I will do next is remove the filler cap, this red one, and connect a hose. I will do that from below. And I will also then remove the drain plug and start draining the old oil as I lower the car. And the reason I do it in this order is that it's much easier to remove the filler plug and put in the hose when you're underneath the car with the car raised. If you want to do it with the car on the ground, it's very tricky, of course. So to remove the plugs, you need a size 17 key. So here we can see our little red friend. I will now remove it. Okay, so it took some power in my case, but the plug is coming out. Very exciting TV here. There we go. And then I prepared my hose here, so I will put that in, and then I will remove the drain plug. Again, I needed to use some power. And then you catch it in a container, and then we can lower the car. It fits about 2 liters, so you can see in your container when it's about right. So I choose to lower the car before I put the drain plug back in to make sure that we get everything out. Okay, it stopped dropping almost. So the oil out, old oil should go all out. And put the drain plug back in. As always with drain plugs, I wouldn't over tight, because you can rip the shreds. And then we come up on top, and here you can see my hose. So I'm now gonna start refilling with new fluid. So in the manual you will find what type of oil to use. Now this is in Swedish, but it says gearbox oil, manual transmission, diesel. You see it's all the same oil for petrol as well. So it should be at least API GL4, at least 75 viscosity, and then 85. I'm actually using a slightly better oil than that, but this is where you find it. Okay, so I'll start refilling with new oil. Worth noting is that Kia Ceed doesn't have a refill indication hole, so there's no hole where you can check the level. Instead, the service manual actually says to refill until it overflows. So when you start have oil coming out again, that's when it's full. This will take a little while, of course. Okay, so we are now closing in on finishing my 2-liter bottle here. I actually saved, it looks like 2 deciliters, but it's actually 1 deciliter in the first bottle. So when this bottle is empty, we should be on the right level. So now I'm checking down towards the fill hole. Where the oil is going in. Here comes some new oil now. Okay, so you can see it's going in more slowly now. I have almost nothing remaining in this second bottle. I'll put that last. Those last few drops. If the 1.9 liter specification in the manual is correct, it should now be full. Or the right level. Okay, you can see the surface of the oil stays now. It doesn't go down fully. There's still some oil remaining in the pipe, which means we are at the level. So I'm reaching down to pull out the hose. So I'm back under the car, putting back the filler plug. Might of course be easier to tighten it from above, now that we can reach it. Okay, so reaching down from above now to tighten it. And again, don't over tighten it, as you might rip the shreds. And then it's just a matter of putting the battery tray and the battery back. As a final tip, I suggest using the bottles where you got the new oil to dispose of the old oil. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope this helps someone.